Hit me with the bass. Come on, YouTube. There we go. All right. We are good to go. Should be streaming on YouTube. Should be streaming on Pump Fun. All right. Let me just double check to make sure everything's good. Ooh wee, that's nasty. Alright, oh, here we go, live stream, sweet. A bunch of live streams, crap. Let me, I don't know why there's so many. No. 3 live streams. It's not good, 2 live streams. Just want to make sure this shit is happening before I begin. It looks like there's 2, so let me just turn off one. About this guy right here. Ooh, that's nasty. Alright, well, fuck it, whatever, let's begin. Alright, so yeah, I got this video here. This is on GitHub. Let me actually show you my GitHub repo. So if you guys wanted to find this and do it yourself, here's all the stuff, okay? This is the folder it's running in. There should be a, where is it? Should be a doc that I put in there. Let me just push. Yeah, it's right there. Anyways, so this is what's in the repo. I can start off by showing what it looks like. So just a quick review. Let me show you these docs, I guess, before I begin anything else. There's those. Also, let's see if I can stream this on X as we're doing all this too. How do you live stream? Chat. I have no idea how to live stream in X. Like, I don't even know what button to press. Oh, what the fuck? I see. Alright, well, I can see I'm live streaming in that one. Alright, fuck it. I can't figure that out. Anyone watching this video yet? Oh shit, we got 11 people. Alright guys, so people are watching, so let's actually do stuff. So I'm gonna be editing this code right here. This code is in my GitHub repo. It's gonna be building a chart that looks like this. Okay, so as you can see, this chart kind of sucks, and that's the purpose of this video, is I'm gonna like be breaking that down. But essentially, these lines here, these are like predictions made by an LLM. Okay, and if you guys want to see, I can run that right now live. Let me just get the file. Let's change the right directory. All this information here, by the way, in the first video I made, I've explained it, so I'm not going to go over how to set this up and what it all does, because it's all in this video here. What I'm going to do in this video is just improve the graph, because the graph I made is terrible. But I will show you what it looks like when it's being made. So that's what all this stuff here is. This is the code to like create the chart. So you can see here, this is the actual TimesFM forecasting thing. So this is what's going to go to the TimesFM like LLM, and it will take context. So this is Bitcoin in the past. So 124 like units in the past. I think units in this situation are days. And then max horizon would be in the future, right? So 256 into the future. All this stuff here is other options, but it's kind of set by default by Google. And also, I want to know, this is by Google, right? So this is their blog on this, a decoder-only foundation model for time series forecasting. So this is an LLM created by Google, and it's essentially trained to do this. I'll show you this right here. Like, it looks at the past, the data from the past, and then predicts it into the future, just like any LLM would. All right, and I've talked enough. Let me just show you what it looks like. So here's all the stuff, independencies. Again, all of this I set up in the video that's on YouTube. Right now I'm just going to clean up the environment so all the old stuff is gone. I'm going to activate the virtual environment because all these things are installed locally, just to keep my computer clean. And then right here. All right, so I'm going to run the actual script. What this is going to do right now is run that LLM. It takes data on the Bitcoin price from YouTube, or sorry, not YouTube, from Yahoo, and it's going to then crunch that into a chart. Okay, but again, the chart it makes is terrible. So here's the chart it just made, and it may look cool, but all of this is just the Bitcoin price. What we're actually looking at here is just that end part, right? Where is it? Right here. So this is the actual LLM predicting. You can see it's just kind of predicted a flat line. So not very exciting. There's all this other stuff here, right? So like 80% prediction interval, native forecast. This is all stuff done by the LLM. It's all really confusing, and this is what I want to fix in this video. Okay, so hopefully that was enough of an introduction. And now I'm going to get into code mode and try to fix this. So the first step I want to do is probably... Well, I can show you I was using Grok to help me code this, so I can show you that chat, and we can just do it together. Close that window. Yeah, this is just to review these because I have them open. This is Yahoo Finance. This is what's getting the Bitcoin data. I'm just using Yahoo Finance because it's free. You don't need an API or anything, or sorry, API key or anything like that. So pretty cool, but I'm going to close that now. This is the Google Research TimesFM repo. So this is where you can find all that stuff. Again, in this video right here, I set everything up. So if you want to set it up, watch this video. But I'm going to close this tab for now. This is my repo. So if you ever want to follow along and do all my good stuff, it's all in here. But again, I'm going to close that, close this. And what I do want to open is Grok. Because Grok is what I was using to code this. Oh, Grok plus cursor plus, you know, freeballing it. But the last thing I did in Grok was mention that the outputs are shit. And so hopefully, let's see. All right. This is what I want. I want this chart here, which essentially has taken Bitcoin in the past and projected it into the future. So let's see, what should I say? Yeah, that final chart looks good. What is that script called? So right now I'm just going to tell it to change this script. Essentially all of this is running this. Let's finish this. All of this is running this single file here. So this is the file that collects the data from Yahoo, and then it runs the Google TimesFM LLM. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Grok to give me a new version of this that gives me better stuff, because what it gave me is not good. How would you edit the forecast.py? Forecast.py. How would you edit the forecast.py file to be a little better? Right now it's shit. That last chart. What is it called? The end of the, here we go. No, this one. Let me check the chat. See 8 people following or watching, that's cool. Hi guys. But nothing good in the chat, just spam. Alright, so yeah, so I want to have Grok help me to build this chart. Right now we have this other shitty chart. So the last chart, trading view chart predicted 160k peak, blah blah blah, is really good. It's easy to understand, and it also predicts. So take a look at our current forecast.py file. Let's try to rebuild that to create something closer to this last chart. Alright, so Grok's going to give me a new file, I hope, and I'm hoping it's going to look like this. So theoretically, we have everything we need to make this chart. So this is the Bitcoin price, so I'm already pulling that. Where's my old chart? Let me show you. So I'm already pulling the Bitcoin price. So theoretically, that part is okay. The charts here, like the channel it creates, I'm pretty sure the script can just do that. That's not very hard, right? So I can script that in. And the hard part is going to be this end part where it's like there is no data, but it needs to continue this pattern off into the future. So that's really the test. Can the LLM do that? Let's see what it says. Still thinking. So it's taking a long time. Oh, I see, because it's executing the code. Let's see what it's doing. Here we go. It's still creating this. So it's adding candlestick plotting volume will help replicate the professional look at stream view. Okay, cool. So pretty much anything would be better than this. This chart looks cool, but actually it's like, it makes no fucking sense. But we have all the data we need. We have an LLM that can predict into the future. So hypothetically, we can do it. I'm just waiting for Grok to finish. It's taking fucking ever. Here we go. Alright, so it's going to use candlestick plotting. That's good. This is one of the libraries we have already installed in the repo, which is cool. So we already have that. Forecast lines, confidence. Oh, okay, so it's going to give the confidence. Annotations. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so that all looks good. Here's the script I should switch out. So again, what I have right now is essentially the LLM running, and it runs this script. And so I'm just going to hot swap these, right? So this is what is happening right now, right? So it first initializes the LLM, then it runs the forecast on the LLM, like predicting the future. It's then going to create the information it needs to make this chart right here, wherever that chart is, right here. So let me swap it out and let's see what we got. It would be really cool if this was like perfect, but it never works that way. And by the way, this is typically how I code. I start in like an LLM like Grok. And then once I get closer and closer, I will start coding in Cursor. And then once Cursor's kind of tapping out, I'll kind of go to manual coding. All right, let's see if we can do this. So I'm just going to copy paste the whole thing. Paste. Chances are we're going to hit an error. Oh, it's giving me that. Tell you what, let's not do it that way. This is actually, let's just double check. End of file. Okay, and then should be able to just run this. Oh, we gotta update the dependencies. Oh, I see, because, yeah, so I have to update the dependencies a little bit. Just do that here. Already got pip. So a lot of these things I already had installed from before. So it's just going to install these new ones. I see thread pool. Whatever these do, I don't fucking know. Let's see, and then everything else is the same. Clean up, virtual environment, run. Okay. I could probably do the cleanup while this is installing. Cool, all done. And now, the moment of truth. Let's see if it fucking works. I'm betting this is gonna have an error. Oh, that didn't work. Running forecast. So far, so good. Actually, the fact that it installed all these dependencies without any errors is a good thing. Because usually you like update your packages and everything just breaks. Oh, like that, you see. Okay, so the horizon, remember it's having issues with the inputs in the horizon, which means means it can't see out far enough. So I'm just gonna feed that back into Grok and see if it knows. All right, so runtime. Okay, so the problem was, in order for the LLM to be able to use the data from Yahoo, the Bitcoin data, it needs to be in the correct shape. And essentially what that means is like 32 needs to be multiple of 512. Okay, so anyways, it should have fixed that here. Let me just double check. Put this one in. Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay, running forecast. Okay, still not seeing an output. Let's see why. Yeah, still giving me the same issue. Sure, 1D, okay. Alright, so yeah, again, it's just a data formatting thing where it's like I'm telling it to do one thing, but the library can only do another thing. So, oops. Oh shit. I will get this to work. Okay, we have the script. Fuck, again. Sometimes when I do this, these LLMs get stuck in like logic loops. I think that's what's happening here. Seems like a similar issue. Yeah, sometimes you get stuck in a bug like this, and like the LLM will give you a response. You'll put in that response. You'll get the same error out. You plug that error in, it gives you another thing, gives you the same response. So essentially, it thinks it's fixing it, but it's not. It gives you the same answer. And honestly, like one of the ways to fix that is you just tell the LLM, "Yo, bro, what you're telling me doesn't work. Think differently." And so you can see here now it's actually thinking deeper. It's talking about these horizon points, right? So like I said, it's a mismatch in like the data sizing. Let's see, mismatch points, horizon length, clashing context length. Okay. The other thing I could do is I could look at the GitHub. Let's see, GitHub times. Here we go. Oh, cool. Okay, it's actually doing what I was just doing. It's looking at the Google repo and checking the code. So hopefully it works this time. Again, the reason why it's doing it this time and didn't before is because I said, it seems like a similar issue. Please really think about it. I can see 7 people watching. What's up? But the only comments are stupid spam comments. And if you're watching and really hoping to see the result of this, I'm sorry it's taking a long time. But that's just coding, right? Like, coding is this process of trying something, trial and error, essentially. You try something, doesn't work, you figure out why it doesn't work, you fix it, you move on to the next bug. And the version I showed you before, the one that gave me, well, it's deleted now, the one that gave me the chart I showed you, that was the result of trial and error too. It's kind of like you push and push and push until you hit the target. Hopefully Grok's going to give us an amazing code that works perfectly. Okay. What it's saying here is essentially the parameters that it was using to make the chart. I think it's not even the LLM, it's the chart it's trying to construct. Like, it's like, you know, say make a 3-dimensional chart with 2-dimensional data. Like, you can't do that. Okay, so trim the... Okay, that works. Yeah, that's fine. Bro, this is taking forever. Okay, readme example backend shows model with this. All right, it is now done. Let's cross our fingers and hope this works. Again, our goal is to make a chart that looks like this, right? Fuck, so far up. Here, my goal is to make a chart like this. All right, so this is the end goal. Let's just save that there, just so we have it. All right, so this is where it's going. I'll just copy this here. Copied. I can delete this old one. Close that to be safe. Got the script. Let's clean up the old shit. Okay, and then run this new one. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Force GPU. Okay, well, this time at least we had a different error. So, okay, again, the process of trial and error. It didn't succeed, but we fixed that last error. So force GPU to avoid GPU issues. Oh, I see. It's trying to use my torch, right? So it's trying to use GPU when I've only done CPU. So that's an easy fix. We should be able to fix that easily. Yeah, so again, all right, so same thing. I'm going to delete this file here. I am going to paste this in here, which will create that. Oh, shit. There we go. Paste it in here, which is going to create that file. There we go. Everything looks good. Again, clean it out. Then run this script. Sweet. Looks like it's working. Ah, fuck. Okay, so 5 rows, 7 columns. Okay, so we have some progress. What's happened this time is it actually got pretty far, and then it's saying that it didn't compile. So that's just an error with the script. So we should be able to fix that. I can see Grok is like slowing down. Yeah, so again, it's pretty basic. This one is just going to add a new compile method call before it runs all the other stuff. You can see here, right? It was missed the previous script. Yeah, should be able to fix it. I don't know why it's doing this peak target thing. Let me just remove that. I mean, I know why it's doing. So in this chart here, you can see it's like trying to find the peak, which is 160K or something weird like that. I don't really care about that. So I'm just going to edit this prompt. Alright, it should be a little bit better now. So I just told it that it was trying to mimic this chart exactly, but there's no real reason to do that. The reason why I use this chart is because it's breaking into halving chunks, right? So here's the halving, here's the halving. Of course, LLM can do that. And it's also then predicting like, I guess the time, I don't care about the time. It's predicting like where the top will be essentially. And I want to do the same thing with this LLM. I want to create a chart like this. Let's see, what is it saying now? So not compiled. Okay, so this is the issue from before. Yep, model compile. So that's going to fix that first error. Just ran a quick test. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's like running these things somewhere. Alright, so here's the script. Alright, so it says this script should work, and if it doesn't, it's going to give me some nice logs, some nice console logs. Satisfaction. Oh, this one's longer. Move 6 gig. Alright, let's see if it works. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to first delete this file. I'm going to then exit out of that shit. Paste this in. Ah, fuck. I copied that wrong, that's why I was doing this. Forecast.py, forecast.py. Alright, should work now, hopefully. Okay, nope, bunch of bugs. Okay, so this is quantile forecast shape. So this is a problem with the chart making. PD data frame chart making. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're getting closer. Now the LLM is working, and we just need to make the chart correctly. You see? All right, go back to Grok. Dude, Grok is like struggling. I think if I can get this to work, then I'm going to start moving into Cursor. Grok is not really made for this. So if you guys, I don't know if you do much coding, but this is called Cursor. Essentially, this is a chat box here, which could then change these files. I haven't used it because I've been doing everything in Grok up to this point, but really now Grok is slowing down. I think it's time for me to move into the local environment, which will be much faster. But I kind of want to get it to work first. Because like if I try to do it now, I'm like halfway through this bug fixing process. All right, let's see if this works. All right, it's going longer this time. Nope. All right, I think it's time for me to move into Cursor. So again, with Cursor, I can just paste it in here. So I'll drop in the file, the script here. I'm running this script, but getting this error. Any idea how to fix it? I'm also going to paste this into Grok. Do both at the same time. Alright, so fix the slicing. Okay, so it seems like this might work. Just so you know, you can see here it hit an error with this. That's just because I'm in the virtual environment. More errors. Again, these are all just errors with the chart making. Like, the good news is that we have the LLM working, but it's having a hard time with all its data. I'm telling it to do some really kind of complicated stuff. I was trying to make this chart, and all of this chart is not made from the LLM. This is made from the script itself. So maybe I was a little bit too ambitious trying to make this. I should have went with something more simple. And if I can't get it to work, I probably will just try to make an even more basic version of this. But let's try a little bit longer. So small edit to ensure that okay. Oh, closer. Very closer. You can see it's actually able to tell bullish or bearish, so we're getting closer, but still not there. Essentially, it should pop out an image if it succeeds. So if it hasn't done that, it hasn't succeeded. And it will pop out into this folder here, output. By the way, guys, my token, I don't know if you're watching on PalmFun or not. My token, the plan with this is just, I'm going to live stream. Like, I already have a YouTube channel, right? And I'm going to live stream on Solana, or sorry, on PalmFun with the Solana token. And I do plan to actually bridge this over to EVM, because I have probably do a video in the future. I'll deploy some small little app on Solana or something. But my expertise is mostly in EVM. And so probably what I would do is I will make a video showing how to create a bridge, right? So from PalmFun multi-chain, so PalmFun to Binance, PalmFun to Arbitrum and Base probably. And yeah, then I'll start building games on those games and whatever, utilities with my token, all stuff for fun, nothing too serious. But I'm saying this because I mean, it's my token and I'm not going to sell it. So if you guys want to buy, go ahead. Not financial advice. Alright, so it seems like it made a bunch of updates to this file here. Let's have a look. So it added multi-index columns, okay. Alright, let's see what it looks like now. Whoa, nope, way worse. Yeah, I mean, I think I may roll this back a little bit to where it was working, and roll it back to where it's working, and then maybe do something more basic, because this is just not working. It's not, again, the problem is not the LLM, it's the charts I'm trying to make. It just, they keep on failing. But it is what it is. Column selection, key error. But I mean, it seems like Cursor is like happy to keep on editing these files. It thinks it knows what to do. You can see here, this is the actual Bitcoin data it's pulling, by the way. And you can see it's organized into different sections. So we're getting very, very close. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Ah, fuck. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so that's a more simple error. Things like that, I'm pretty sure we can fix. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I want to clean this up though. What did it just do? Alright, so that time... to be honest, I don't fucking know. This is beyond my pay grade. This is all how to use these special applications and how to make a chart. I have no idea how to make a chart with these applications. I'm a blockchain developer, not a chart maker. So I'm just going to trust that Cursor knows what it's doing. Nope. Fuck. Okay, tell you what. What I want you to do is run this script inside this thread. Because we keep getting errors. That way, when there are errors, you can fix them and run it again. So I'm just going to tell it to essentially loop this itself, because I'm just copy pasting, and it's a waste of my time. Because Cursor can actually run the scripts itself here. The only problem is that this is a virtual environment. I'm not really sure. Okay, yeah, so it's going to activate. So good. It understands. Let's see if we can do this. Virtual environment. Cool, yeah. Should be working. We can see what it's doing here. Essentially, we'll just loop this stuff here. Alright, this is exactly what I wanted to do. So it ran this, and you can see that it like failed. So now it's going to fix it. and then run it again, and just do that again and again and again and again until it's done. I hope. Checking out Pump Fun right now. All my chat is just some dude posting random shit, man. I'm gonna do something you should never do and go to this link and see what it says. Coin tool. No thanks. Okay, so you can see it made an adjustment to the code here. Preserve data as dedicated series before any code. Okay, that seems reasonable. Okay, modifying plotting reference. That's success forecasting. Still, okay. It's getting closer. This is why I love Cursor. Like, I know what it's doing and I could do it myself, but why? Why would I do this? Why? If this thing can just loop this and do it for me, oh, it saves me so much time. Or, not time, but like, you know, finger strength, copy-paste strength. Still getting errors, so found remaining, oh, so apparently try to remove references to data, the data date array, and they missed that. Now it's having issues just opening the folder. Going to create the output folder. No, why would you do that? This is the only issue with running it completely in Cursor, is that sometimes it does some weird shit. Like it's like, I'm gonna make the folder, but I already have the folder. Okay, wait a sec. Planning to run the script again from the repo root using explicit. Okay, so forecast EVM script Python, sure. I may just like stop this and say try again. PowerShell script. Yeah, let's just stop this. So sometimes it gets stuck in a loop like that. First, I'm going to keep all just to save the progress. Try again. I was using this to run it. Sometimes you get stuck in those loops. Let me check how YouTube's doing. I think right now I'm streaming on YouTube, but I don't really know. Yeah, it looks like I'm live streaming. By the way, this music is my favorite DJ right now. A guy called Abo. It's fucking awesome. All this stuff is good. Oop. EKG. Abo. Actually, I can see this stream. Oh no, I still got another 30 minutes. Let's just leave it out as. How's this doing? Music. Alright, making progress. You can see it's actually pulling the information here. And then it's deciding bullish, bearish, which again, I think it's like not. Whatever chart I'm making is shit, which we can fix later. I just want to get a chart to work. but at least it's doing its stuff. This is the calls made from the LLM. And then it's trying to create a chart that's like, if it's not bullish, then it's red. But it's failing. So hopefully we can get Cursor to fix this for us. Update the span calculations to initialize start indices, clamp. Yeah, again, all of this is just making a chart. And I don't know, man. Like, I would use TradingView. My goal with this video is to like automate. So what people do on TradingView is they look at charts, draw on charts, and now they have beautiful charts. But the point of this LLM is that it can do that for you. It can now create these charts. Because just like autocomplete, right? If you go to Google, you type in how to eat a, it's going to give you something like hamburger. Oh, there we go. We got something. All right, so we finally got a chart popping up. I have no idea what this thing is. I can see it's super detailed, which is probably why I kept on failing. Let me just, I'll show you guys that in a second. I want this to finish. All right, cool. So we have a chart. Let's take a look at this chart and then we can fine tune it. So again, this is completely made by AI. It put a lot of information here, which definitely not helpful. So let me see what it's doing. Okay, so it's giving us the candles up and down, which is cool. It has this thing here which is actually covering the most important thing. So let's make some notes. And say, okay, cool. It was able to make a chart that time, but many problems. Okay, and then I'm going to list all these problems out. So the first problem I can see, the major one is here, is that there's a chart in the right-hand corner that's covering kind of the most recent information. So let's write that. In the top right corner, there is a mini chart, which is a cool idea, but it is covering the most recent chart information, which is not good. Let's put this actually, let's just delete it. For now, let's just delete that chart, that mini chart, because I don't think it's that helpful. All right, so that's the first thing I want to tell Cursor. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so it has the 200-day moving average. That's really cool. It can do that. And it has something else. Another volume. So tracking the volume there. So that's really cool. It has those. It has some predictions here, but we can't see them, right? So I could zoom into that and see it, but again, it's being covered. So let's say something like I can see several dashed vertical lines. Who's watching? That was pretty cool. If you were watching, I was trying to make this chart, trying to get this to work for a fucking 45 minutes. So if you stayed for that whole stream and now you see this chart with me, congratulations. That is success. That's what it means to be a developer, to see creation happen. Unfortunately, it's not perfect, but we made progress. Anyways, continuing. I can see several dash vertical lines, which I think are the TimesLM predictions, but they are too hard to read because the chart is too zoomed out. It really should only show us something like 2 years on this chart, not 15 years. But if it improves the data quality, we can still feed in this amount of data. Okay, the other thing too is, like, if I show you this chart, essentially all of this is just standard chart stuff. This is the magic. This is the LLM predicting into the future. But I think the way it's predicting is not very helpful. So I'm going to essentially make a big change there. I'll say, also these lines that the LLM are predicting are not helpful. What I really would like is to just stop making those lines and do something else. Like, give me let's go back to this chart here. So again, this is the one I was looking at initially. The predicted price channel, something like that. Give the predicted price channel going into the future. We can also show past price channels as a way to support these future predictions, maybe. All right, so something like that. Okay, so I have 3 feedback comments. It's going to give only 2 years, which will open up this chart a little bit more. It's going to get rid of that. I don't know what this 80% interval thing is. So let's just note that. Also, not really sure what the 80% interval thing means. That's a little confusing. If it's not important, then we can remove it. If it is important, then we need to show it in a way that is easier to understand. All right, I'm gonna give it all those comments. So if you want to make this chart, all of this code is open source. So my code is open source. It's in my repo. The information for this repo should be in the description for the first video I made. But also the actual LLM backend that is making these predictions here is Google. So that's also open source. But this is a pretty cool chart, better than the first one I had. So I've made progress. Hooray. All right, let's hide that. Oh. I'm gonna cancel that. What the fuck? Come on, bro. Maybe I have like an internet problem. My stream's still live? Yeah. Yep. All right, cool, it's working now. I'm probably gonna try to wrap up the stream soon. Again, my goal is to have an automated chart like this predicting Bitcoin's price in the future. We're not there yet, but we're much closer than we were before. I didn't show you this before, but the cool thing about these charts is you can zoom in and it shows the fine detail. So each of these is like a prediction. And again, like I just told Cursor, it's not very helpful, right? Like, what does that even fucking mean? So hopefully it's going to do a bunch of stuff. So first it's going to remove the mini chart inset. Good. Then it's going to hide the vertical switch lines. Okay, good. Limit visible X range. Yes, good. Relabel forecast band, forecast channel. Don't know what that means. Optionally show past price channel defer. And what it's doing right now is it's going to read this file right here, which is doing all the charting. So essentially this is doing two things. It's getting the information from YouTube, or sorry, from Yahoo, like the Bitcoin price information. It's then using TimesFM, which is Google's LLM, and then it's using this here, sklearn, to create the actual chart itself. This is the hardest fucking part. This one, and this one too. These are the charting tools, and yeah, they're not easy to use. But let's see. So I can see for this one, it just changed the name. Not helpful. Forecast channel 10 to 90%. Don't know what that means. Whoa, it deleted a bunch of stuff. Oh, this is the inset. Okay, so yeah, I don't want that. 2 years. Okay, so it's limiting the range to 2 years. Cool. And it's testing it, I guess. Okay, so a little bit better that it's limited to 2 years now. And we can actually see the... Let's zoom in. You see this, but still not very helpful. What's the date today? Today's the 20th. Okay, so it's charting up until today, or I guess 2 days ago. But still not very helpful. There's no like future stuff. Okay, so it's going to add historical 60-day min-max. Okay, yeah, that seems good. So this is the chart it just made. Where did it go? Right here. A little bit better. You can see it has the 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average. Pretty cool. They can do that forecast channel. I don't see the forecast channel anywhere. I can see this is dipped under the, what is that, the 200-day moving average. Recently it's dipped under that. Typically when it dips under that, it explodes. You can see that every time, right? So here's 200-day, dipped under, boom! Same thing here, right? 200-day, dipped under, boom! And this happened again, dipped under, boom! Alright, historical price channel. Extend x-axis to include forecast horizon end. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, cool. This is interesting. Getting better. So forecast channel 10 to 90%. Let me zoom in and then I'll give this a screenshot because it's still a little bit confusing. Okay, getting better, but still quite confusing. Can you see the attached image? That is the zoomed in section of the future forecast. It's hard to understand though. Can you think about it more? Improve its readability. Think about modern popular charts that people might see online. Make it super user-friendly. I don't know if that's going to work. Essentially, I gave it an image, and I told it, hey, still confusing. I gave it this image, and like, hey, this is cool that it's charting out into the future, but still confusing. Let's see what it does. We can take a look at this, though, right? So saying this is the window. It's quite interesting that it's actually not going under like 105, which is surprising. But it's charting this, right? So this is the chart from Yahoo, and then this is the future predictions that the LLM is creating. And so essentially, it's only up or flat. This linear baseline. Yeah, again, it's fucking confusing. That's why I'm telling it to do this, right? Simplify, move candlesticks, draw mean, transition. So it's just going to make it a little bit more pretty, I think. Let's have a look. It has, what has it done? Price line, so it's going to get rid of those candlesticks. It's going to keep the, oh whoa, what the fuck? Forecast start. Okay, so it's just a flat line. I mean, pretty cool, right? So this is, what, 6 months or something like that. It's done the channel here, and it's forecasted this. But still, the only thing I want to do is I just want to improve this future section part. So let's just do that. Okay, getting better. The final thing I want to do is improve the, what is it called here? The forecast channel. The way we show the forecast. It would be good if there was a wider forecast section. Right now, that line is essentially just a flat line. So it's not predicting anything interesting. I want to review what we are doing before. Okay, so I'm gonna cancel that. I'm almost done with this stream. I'm just gonna do one more change to this. This is much better than it was when we started. When we started, essentially it was just illegible, like I couldn't understand any of it. Now we actually have a chart that I can understand. We have the price information from the past 6 months. We have the 200-day moving average. We can see here's the purple line. We can see it dipped under there. We have the 50-day here, and we have this forecasting channel and forecasting median. So the channel is essentially where it sees it could grow from here, right? So this is today. It could grow up here to 120K by, what day is this? by November, it says here, or it could stay flat, which is good. I guess it's not going to go down. But again, I'm not really happy with this section here. Everything else is okay, just this section is not very good. So I've told it to improve that. Let's see what it's going to do. Increase the forecast in 90 days. Okay, yeah. Extend the forecast, improve readability, adding weekly markers, annotating expected percent changes. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Let's close this. I don't know if anyone's... Okay, I got 7 people watching on Pump Fun, I guess. Whoa! Check that out. That's pretty cool. So this is the forecasting window it's giving. Negative 4.5% 90 days. I don't believe that at all. But, okay. Let's see. If anyone's watching, please leave a comment right now. If you want me to stay and continue working, you need to give me a comment. If no one gives me a comment, then I'm done. I'll give you 5 or I don't know, 1 minute. Do you want me to improve this chart? Do you want me to stay? Or is no one watching? Am I just speaking into the void? I think I'm just speaking into the void. Alright, yeah, so if no one sends a comment soon, I'm just going to end here. This is progress. I think it's pretty cool. Perhaps when I live stream, I'll just continue building this chart, making it better and better each time. We made a lot of progress this time. Alright guys, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching the live stream. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe. This is not financial advice. I love you all. Bye-bye.